Hello guys, welcome to another video. First of all, I want to say that this story doesn't belong to me, so if you read the full story for yourself, you can go down in the description to find the link. That being said, let's get into the video. What if Minato adopted Obito? Obito got in front of his house, in front of his Obito got to his front door and took a deep breath. He always hated going home at the end of the day. He wasn't well liked around here, and the whole Uchiha compound wasn't really a safe place for him. It didn't seem to matter to them that he trained as hard as he could. All that mattered was that he had ended up the dead last. The people at the compound often stopped him just to give him a talking to and beat the ever living crap out of him. His father wasn't extremely nice to him either. In the Uchiha clan, the cruel reality was either you are a great ninja or weren't a ninja at all. He opened the door and walked in. Mom, Dad, I am home. The mission went well today. His father, Otaku, Otaku, Otaka, rolled his eyes. Oh, excellent. You got through another D rank completed. How long has your team been doing those now? Obito really hated when his father did this. A weak dad, Otako shook his head. It's a time of war. Most of the other teams have started regular C ranks by now. Otako Obito got a glass from the cupboard. Minato sensei didn't want us doing missions until he feels our team works okay. And Kakashi Baka wouldn't work with us, please. He just knows you're too weak. Kakashi is a fine ninja. And Rin was top kunoichi of the year. You are the one holding them back. Obito scoffed in a response. Obito drank some of his water. Dad, can't you try encouraging me just once or something? I am really trying out here. Otaku glared at his son. And what do you have to show for it? You haven't even developed your Sharingan. Obito was getting very tired of the conversation. You need to be in a life or death situation to activate it. Otaku growled at him. Then maybe that's what you need to do. Obito muttered under his breath. I would have thought that the night you nearly beat death for being dead last would have counted. Now Obito Otaka grabbed his son's wrist. You did that to yourself. You are an Uchiha. You don't get to be dead last. Obito tried to get away. Dad, let me go. I'm trying. Otaku grabbed harder. Trying isn't good enough. He smacked his son across the face, causing Obito to fall on the ground. His mother, Tuha, Tuhaya, walked in. Otako, is this really necessary? Otaka looked at his wife. Of course. How else will the boy learn? To her side. All right, darling, if you must, just be sure no one outside the compound knows of it. Otaka turned to where his son had been and only to realize that Obito had wandered off elsewhere. The only thing he had ever been good at is running. The man scoffed disapprovingly. Obito looked around until he found the right address. Sensei said he could find him here if I ever needed him. I really hope he doesn't mind. He knocked on the door and Minato walked out. Obito, what's up? Do you need something? Obito did his best to hide the bruise on his face. My parents are out of town. Could I maybe stay here tonight? Minato put his finger under the boy's chin and made him look up. Where do you get the bruise? Obito laughed nervously. Oh, I just smacked my face onto a tree on the way. Minato looked at him. Why did you arrange to stay with one? Why didn't you arrange to stay with one of your relatives? Obito was Nervous he was getting found out. You know me, I don't think before I do things. Minato motioned for the boy to come in. Come on in. I think you have got some things to clear up. Obito did as he was told and went inside. A red-haired woman greeted him. Hello there, you must be Obito, the Uchiha boy Minato-kun's been telling me about. I'm his wife, Kushina. Nice to meet you. Obito smiled. The woman seemed very nice. Yeah, does Sensei really talk about me? Kushina nodded. Of course. He says that you are a very worker and that if you keep it up, you will be a great shinobi one day. Minato asked him to sit down on the couch. Obito, I need you to tell me how you really got that bruise. Obito started. What do you mean? Minato looked at him hard. Obito, come on. Obito looked at the ground. It's my dad. He's still mad at me not being rookie of the year. Minato sighed and leaned back. I was afraid of this. Obito, why didn't you say anything? Obito scratched the back of his head. I am okay, really. I just need to get better, and I will go away on its and it will go away on its own. Kushina wasn't having it. Kushina wasn't having it. Obito, you need to be serious. You couldn't be. Obito, you cannot be serious. Obito got up. This was a mistake, and I shouldn't have come here. Minato stopped him. Sit back down. Now, how often does this happen? Obito shifted nervously. I don't know, 2 or 3 times a week. Minato nodded. And how bad are they? Obito rubbed his arm nervously. They are usually pretty bad. Although he usually doesn't hit me in the face. He is too careful. That's why he buys me long sleeve clothes. Minato got up and rolled his sleeves up. There were indeed bruises all up his arms. Kushina gasped, "Oh my God! You cannot be keep staying there. Oh my God! You can't keep staying there." Bobito pulled it back down. It will pass. Trust me. I will get stronger and he will stop. I will get stronger and he will stop. Minato disagreed. Obito, that isn't the point. We need to get out of you. We need to get out of there. You need to get out of there. Obito started to cry. Look, it's my fault. Anyways, Kushina came up and gave the boy a hug. No, it isn't. And you are a lovely boy and a hard worker. Don't you dare say it's your fault. Minato stood up. I'm going to talk to the Hokage. See about getting you out of there. Obito jumped up. But the Uchihas. Minato was already leaving. Don't worry them. They will have to get through me to get to you. Kushina came up to Obito. Come, sweetie, let's get you something to eat and make up the guest room for you. Minato walked into the Hokage's office. Sir, we have got a problem. Sarutobi looked up, and that would be. Minato told him about the event at his house, and the old man rubbed his temples. This is a decent situation. The Uchiha don't like to be told how they can and can't raise their children, and it is nearly impossible to fight the entire clan. We cannot go after them for the kid in endangerment. That's for sure. Minato thought for a second. Well, what if someone else were to take him in? Sarutobi looked through an old book he was holding. He activated his siren gun yet? Minato shook his head. No, Sarutobi put the book down. Then it should be fine. If what you have told me is true, then they shouldn't care if someone takes him in. They will just see it as getting rid of a weak clan member. May I ask who's taking him in? Minato grinned. Actually, me and Kushina. I like the kid, and he needs a place to stay. We have some room that then we have more room than we need, and I know Kushina will be okay with it. Sarutobi laughed at his plan and gave him some papers. Have one of his parents sign this and fill out the rest. I will take care of the rest. Minato took the paper and went to meet Otaka. Otaka heard on knock on the door and opened it to find Minato. What do you want? Minato told him everything everything he had found out and showed him the papers. I want to take in your son to be his legal guardian to be his legal guardian. Otako looked at the papers and laughed. Why do you want the little failure? Minato glared at him. He's not a failure. He's a good kid who needs some help. That's all. Otako pulled up a pen. Fine. He's a disgrace anyways. Any objection to her? To her looked very nervous, but in the end said, I suppose not. It is probably best if he just leaves the clan anyways. Odako signed it. His things are in the room. If you want them, grab them. Minato grabbed what few things he left while the word grabbing. Uh, Minato grabbed what few things he felt were worth grabbing and head back. He was very happy to be out of that house. Obito's parents most certainly weren't the nurturing type. Minato got back to the house to find Kushina and Obito laughing on the couch. Oh man, that's awesome. He really did that? Kushina kept laughing. Oh yeah, he might be a great ninja, but he's like ramen away too much. Ramen away too much. Minato walked in. Glad to see you guys are having a good time. I have got something to talk to you about. Obito looked at him. What's that? Did I do something wrong? Told him about everything that happened. I'm sorry, Obito, but I really do want you to stay. Want you to stay. Obito looked scared. Why would you do all of this for me? Minato smirked. You are a good kid and I like you. Why not? I think it would be fine to have you here. Don't you, Kushina? Kushina jumped up. Of course, our house is your house. Obito ran up with tears in his eyes and hugged them. Thank you so much. Minato hugged him back and smiled. He had a feeling that things were about to take a turn for the better. That's all for part 1. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If by subscribing, you will be notified for future parts. That being said, I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.